Hi, lovelies. So I wanted to come on here. You may hear the fan in the background. I wanted to come on here and just kind of do like a life update and just talk about some things, some changes that's going to be coming. And this is just going to be a little chat. It's going to be a chat. So y'all know last week I was like superwoman. I put out like 16 videos. Like I was on my grind. I was giving y'all like a solid 3 videos a day. And then when the weekend came, I would give y'all like 2. And I was really happy about that because like, I was being productive. The engagement was going up. My subscribers are still going up. The views are going up. And I was just very appreciative that I was literally seeing the rewards of my consistency, my discipline, my dedication, and my work ethic. But here's the thing. 2021 has been such a year for me, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally, and even physically. My mom passed away. I got hospitalized with COVID. I was physically assaulted. I moved, registering for classes. I start my graduates program in less than 2 months. It's a lot of transformations and transitions happening. And I'm really just like trying my best to like balance everything because, I'm an independent contractor and, my livelihood is contingent upon my ability to produce. It's like a trickle down thing, right? That I think some people don't understand, where it's like the more videos I put out, the more traffic that I get to my legitimate spiritual advising business, which translates into dollars, which translates into me being able to pay my bills and survive and just take care of myself. And I am eternally grateful because I've been able to do that thus far. I've been able to pay my bills and take care of myself. Like, I just bought a juicer because, I'm just getting this nudge to be healthy, physically healthy, and I'm enjoying it, y'all. I like smashing shit. It's very therapeutic to smash limes and lemons and spinach. I had like a lime, spinach, and strawberry juice. It was really good. Y'all should try that. Just use 1 lime. Don't be like stupid like me. I think I used like 2 limes yesterday, and y'all should have seen my eyes squinting when I went to sip that shit. That shit was tart as a bitch, honey. I was just like, oh my God, I fucked up here. But today was better. We live to fight another day. But yeah, I bought a juicer and I bought this boxing bag stand, to start boxing because I want to get back into working out and I want to have a productive way to let off steam. And it's just like, we live in a society where it's like, yeah, you're allowed to have a bad day, but just a bad day. And if you're happening to have a bad week or something, we are programmed to feel guilty. You know what I mean? It's been really hard. I'm on day 3 of not taking any clients, of not recording, of, I'm just on day 3. And even though I'm enjoying being able to rest, it is hard. I'm going to be honest. It is hard because I have to constantly fight against my fears. The illusion that, girl, like, okay, you know how YouTube is. If you don't put out enough videos or whatever, they're going to kick you out the algorithm because that's how it works. That is how it works on YouTube. If you go a long period of time without posting, that first post that you put up when you get back, especially when you have a small platform such as me, we're at about 3,400 plus. Lovely. Shout out to us. The community is growing. The Melanated Crowns community is growing. It could be rough. It can be rough. And I appreciate y'all because like I said, y'all been coming through. Y'all been hitting the thumbs up. Y'all been dropping comments. The views, the engagement is up. And I love y'all and I appreciate y'all for that. But it's just that should be hard to take a break. it'd be hard to take a break. And it's just like, I'm trying to find a balance, because I don't want to be that person that throws herself into school and into work and into YouTube, but I'm forgetting to stop and feel my feelings. My heart is broken. My mom is not here anymore. And I also don't want to be on the other end of the polarity where I'm just doom and gloom, laying in bed, watching TV. My appetite is not that good. I could eat one meal per day. That really has been my life, especially since I stopped smoking. I'm coming up on 21 days of no alcohol and no weed. So it's like, it's so many transitions happening. And it's just rough. Like, it is rough. And life is not bad. Life is still beautiful. There's still blessings and things for me to look forward to. But it's just rough. This new moon in Cancer is doing a bitch in. The moon deals with the mother and the divine feminine. And it's very deep and it's very emotional. And, because me and my mom had such a complex relationship, and my mother's 4-month transition date was yesterday on June 8th, it's a lot. It is a lot. This solar eclipse that we had that was happening in Gemini, Sagittarius. I have a Sagittarius stellium. Us mutable signs, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius, we felt that shit heavy. If you're a Sagittarius or Gemini, we literally are going to be feeling those effects for the rest of the year. And that's nothing to scare you or to make you feel fearful. It's just like these moments that we are having, and I don't want to impose it on you that I'm having, but if you can relate to this, it's normal. It's normal. It's par for the course. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and do like a little update of what's been going on with me. I'm in the process of rebranding my Patreon. And what I want my Patreon to be, so y'all know I did like my 90 days of triumph to tragedy, and I basically was talking about everything that happened. Well, that shit hit the fan. So I was very appreciative of the fact that you all were able to relate. Excuse me. You all were, let me drink some water. Let me do that. I was very appreciative that you all were able to relate. Some of you lost your parents. Some of you don't have the best relationship with your parents. Some of you guys have toxicity, dysfunction, whatever you want to call it. Whatever it is, whatever you was able to relate to in that video, I was appreciative that I was able to touch who I touched in that moment. Some of you emailed me. Some of you have DM'd me till this day. Like, you inspire me. You do this. Like, I'm appreciative because that's what I'm supposed to do. That is what I'm supposed to do. In astrology, if you look at your birth chart, we have this placement called the Chiron. And the Chiron is the wounded healer. And depending on what astrological sign that you have it in, that basically talks to things that you're going to experience in your life, like the trauma, and how you're supposed to use that to propel you forward. And mine is in the sign of Libra, right? So, and then me being a Libra North Node as well. And we know the North Node deals with our karmic and soul destiny, the energy we're supposed to gravitate towards in this lifetime, while keeping a balance with that South Node energy, which is indicative of, how we were in a past lifetime. Me being a Libra North Node and a Libra Chiron speaks to me having a lot of karma, trauma, and pain around my relationships with women. My relationship with my mom, the stuff that's going on, was going on between me and the women in my family and stuff like that. And Melanated Crowns being a spiritual advising business that is geared towards helping Black women obtain and sustain mental, emotional, and spiritual wellness. That is right on toe with that Chiron in Libra, that North Node in Libra. And, it is my life purpose in this lifetime to take those wounds, that pain, that trauma, that heartache, that heartbreak, that devastation, that tragedy, and transform it, allow it to transform me so that it could transcend to those that I, engage, whether it be on the internet, whether it be in person, whether it be when I become an official social worker, and find some common ground and, draw parallels that allow people to see me as a safe haven, to say, wow, like, she gets me. And because she gets me in this moment, this is someone that I can trust in culmination with whoever else or whatever else they're doing to help propel me towards that balance of, spiritual and mental and emotional wellness and physical wellness. I didn't put physical yet because I'm still trying to master that myself, but I see myself adding that in another year to come, because I do feel this transition happening with me as it regards to my physical health, like me deciding to stop smoking weed, me scaling back on alcohol. Like, if it's not me going out to socially drink at a restaurant or a bar or something, I don't want to keep alcohol in my house no more. I just don't want to do that. I want babies. You know what I mean? I have endometriosis. We know how it is for Black women when we're trying to conceive and whatnot. These are things that I want for myself. And I just feel like subconsciously God has a way, the universe, whatever you pray to or believe in, God has this way of removing things or giving us this nudge to begin to remove things and replace it with things that's suited for who we're becoming. So you may not even be thinking about children yet, or shall I say want to have children, right? At this moment, but at the same time, God will know, but maybe 2 to 3 years from now, you're just going to get this baby fever and you're going to want to pop out 3 kids back to back. So let's start preparing your body for that now. Let's start preparing your mind for that now. I'm going to send you through the ringer and force you to confront these things about yourself, because once you overcome that, you will be better equipped with tools and knowledge and wisdom to fulfill whatever it is that you want or whatever it is that you need. And I definitely plan on adding like the physical component. That's just something I want to master myself. I want that to become an intricate part of my lifestyle so that I can be the change that I want to see, and so that I can walk what it is that I talk. Understand? So going back to Patreon, right? I know I've been inconsistent. I had every intention to be consistent. And then, in February, when my mom had her suicide attempt, then it was followed by her dying, followed by me being hospitalized, and then all of the, confusion and chaos around my housing. It was hard to keep that up. And I know right now, my main focus has been YouTube, but I officially want to rebrand, and this is my Aries South Node, honey. I feel like Prince. Prince was an Aries South Node too, that identity shit. I officially want to rebrand my Patreon to be a hub where we can be transparent and have a deeper community within the public community of Melanated Crowns. So remember, I did my video, 90 Days of Triumph to Tragedy, and I was very, very vocal and transparent about, some of the disgusting things that just have happened in my family. And, because somebody seen my video, my older brother, he seen my video and he decided to send it around. I took a step back, because, a lot of people who I spoke to was like, don't let anybody bully you into you not telling your truth. Don't let anybody silence your truth. Your truth is interconnected with your mother's truth, which is interconnected with your grandmother's truth. And I just want to be able to have a peaceful way to continue to connect with y'all on that level. So the video is on private right now. It probably will stay on private. Maybe I'll unlist it and put it on YouTube. It's been on private. On Patreon. It's been on private for quite some time. But I just want my Patreon to become a place like, I know for a while it was like, oh, celebrity tarot readings, but then I outgrew tarot and I just outgrew the urge to do readings just for the sake of digging into people's business and, being messy. Like, y'all kind of seen that. And then I was trying to do the monthly and weekly for the signs, but again, that's just not my thing. I feel like I've finally found a groove where it's like, okay, weekly melanated motivation, monthly melanated motivation, the biannual melanated motivation, and then the short daily melanated motivations. And then every now and then when we have a new moon, when we have an eclipse, I'll come on and do videos. Like, that can be for the public. That can be for free along with my commentary that I do. That can be for free. I have a dope ass segment coming to YouTube that I'm really going to try to get started and up before I start school. I want to bulk record. It's going to be therapy sessions, kind of like a play on The Therapist on Fuse, where like he sits down with artists, but the only difference is I'm just going to host it. It's going to be a thing where, okay, Johnny Blaze, for example, she's always out here fighting and arguing and cussing people out on growing up hip hop. So I'm going to give her a virtual therapy session. She may not be physically present, but I'm just going to tell her what I pick up around her. What are some things that she needs to address, and then provide her with the tools. Like, you need to take a spiritual bath once a week. I'm getting that you need to have this crystal. You need to put this under your bed. So that's a segment that it's already scripted. It's already written out. I just, once I get back in a better headspace, I could get it started and actually bring it to camera, because my goal was to have it come the first week of July. But, honey, I'm just trying not to fight against the universe and go with the flow. Shout out to Aisha from The Grapevine. She passed away, and I've been so engulfed in her videos. And she did a video about the art of surrendering, and she used waiting to exhale as a perfect example and catalyst for the point that she wanted to make, that and waiting to exhale, you have these 4 women that are all going through these transitions and powerful changes, and their happiness comes at the end of the movie when they decide, you know what, I'm going to stop fighting against these changes. I'm going to stop trying to dictate how these changes show up in my life and how much it's going to affect me. And I'm going to just go with the flow. I'm just going to surrender to what it is, because it's this constant thing. And this comes back to social media, right? This digital age we're in, where it's like, change is good for you, but because you're trying to control how it comes in and how it impacts you, or it's like you have a goal, right? You have a goal, but why are we so fixated on controlling how we accomplish that goal? Learning how to be present and trusting your instincts and not spending so much time in our heads and being so practical, that is the true key to genuine joy. Attaching from physical and externals and finding out what you have within inside yourself and unlocking it and seeing like, wow, I've always had what I was searching for on the outside within me. So, just... we have these plans, and it's like, it's okay. Like, you have the vision, hold the vision, and whenever or however you execute it, all that it matters is that it's executed. And there's some nuances, some complexity to that, where it's like, okay, but sometimes certain things do need to be done within a time frame or whatnot. And I get that, but just putting that out there for anybody who's like, feeling like they're always racing against the clock or whatever. I want my Patreon to become a safe space where I continue to share. I actually have this segment coming to Patreon where I want to talk about certain ideologies and perspectives, and even biases that I've held against my parents. And how through therapy, through shadow work, through spiritual advisement, through cleansing, right? Through talking to adults that may have knew my parents, how I was able to unlearn those ideologies and reshape and revision them as humans first and not you're my parent. And this is what it's supposed to be. And I think that's going to be, actually, I know that is going to be very helpful and informative, because I know, one thing my big cousin used to say, you could be the best parent in the world, but your child always going to find something to blame you for. And even though I don't have kids yet, I do believe that, just by way of being that kid. And just by way of watching kids around me and how they relate to their parents. And my clients I currently have that continuously spiritually advise with me and seek mentorship, and some of the hangups they have with their parents. You know what I mean? So I want my Patreon to be a space where I continue to do videos such as my 90 Days of Triumph to Tragedy. I'm going to have that segment about my parents. I just want it to be a safe space, and where you guys could come and talk, and we can have thought-provoking conversations. And before I relaunch it and represent it, my goal is to have about 10 videos on there, because y'all deserve it. Y'all deserve it. Y'all deserve, if the price is $7.77 or $10.10 a month, y'all deserve to come on there and already have a batch of things to choose from within that wheelhouse of healing and just, being in community. And I want that to be that for y'all. I don't want it to be a thing where y'all come on there and it's like one video or two videos and it's like, okay, we know she's going to post weekly. No, I want y'all to be able to binge, because y'all deserve it. Y'all have been hanging in there, holding me down, supporting me in every which way. And I just want it to be that. And that is a goal that I want to have as well. I want that Patreon launched before I start school. If God wills it, and if God sees that it's fit. You know what I mean? So that's just what is to come. I just wanted to come on here and chit chat with y'all and let y'all know how I've been feeling. The new moon peaks at 9:16 Eastern Standard Time PM tonight. So y'all make sure y'all enjoy it. Set some new intentions around emotional, like how you process your emotions. Set new intentions around your relationship as a mom, if you're a mom, your relationship with your mom, and all of those things, your subconscious, and that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and relax myself, and yeah, thank you for listening. And y'all let me know below, when it comes to the Patreon, what would you like to see on there? Because y'all are going to be the paying customers. And even put suggested prices. Now, don't go no lower than $5.55, okay? But even put suggested prices, because I really want it to be a space where everybody can afford to get on there. And I really just want it to be one price. I really do. I don't even want it to be a thing where it's like, if you're on this tier, you get this. Like, I want it to be community. I really want it to be community. And that's why right now I'm between the prices of $7.77 and $10.10. But yeah, y'all give me some suggested prices, because I just want it to be one price, one tier, one community. And I just want that to be like a safe space for us to just chit chat about, our common ground with trauma and stuff, and just help each other. Even y'all offering me things just because I'm a spiritual advisor and whatnot, it doesn't mean that I can't be taught or I can't be receptive to broaden in, my mindset or the way in which I view things. So I just want it to be that. Like, I may be going off like, yeah, my mom used to do this and that. And you may be like, but Queen Lovely, maybe because of this, I want it to be like that, okay? So y'all let me know. And y'all have a beautiful Friday, a beautiful weekend, and stay safe. Bye.